Hello, you beautiful beings of love and light. What time is the most crucial time for you that you feel you need the most support? When I was going through some of the most major spiritual transitions and shifts in my life, I dreaded Sunday nights and Monday mornings. I was working in a corporate marketing job in New York City, and Sunday evening, Monday morning was like the time that I absolutely dreaded, because I knew I was going back into the office the next day. So I had to get everything prepared. I had to get my mind right, my mental state, my emotions were just completely out of whack. I had a central nervous system that was just like on the fritz, totally maxed out. And so at this time was when I hired my first coach. And I decided it has to be Monday mornings, right? I need the most support at this time, because if I have to go into that office, make the commute, be on the train, and then face a system that was not working for me, that took everything in me just to get myself there on time and do my actual job. Meanwhile, I'm feeling all of this extreme disconnection, discomfort, and need, like this deep-seated need to make a major shift in my life. I couldn't do it alone. So what time is that for you? What day of the week? What time during the day are you at your worst, right? Are you in the darkest depths of despair and you could really use support? I'm asking you this because that is when would be the ideal time for you to schedule your breakthrough call with me. What I learned from that first call changed the course of my entire life. When I first booked in with my coach at 5 a.m. on a Monday morning, in that call, my coach said to me, with all of the things that you're going through and experiencing at work, what could you do? What's the smallest thing that you could do and take action on when you go into the office today that will make your experience better, disregarding everything else that's going on in the external environment around you? And the realization, or the aha moment that came to me, was absolutely nothing. Say it again. There was nothing that I could do, or there's plenty of things that I could do, but there was nothing that I was willing to do to help this process, to help my situation. I knew deep down inside of me that there was nothing that would change if I didn't change. And what was the biggest realization was that I needed to quit that job. I was petrified. I have never quit a job in my entire life. I had been fired from one, but I had never quit. I had never taken that action for myself to say, you know what? This doesn't work for me, and so I'm going to go. I'm going to compassionately leave. And I will tell you that now, sitting here 4+ years later, nothing is better than that acknowledgement of, first, this is the time that I need the most support. That was one of the best decisions I had ever made, was to schedule that call right when I was at the heart of like my deepest low. And then to have that realization come through because I was aligning with Source. I was aligning with my intuition and what I needed the most in my life at that time. And what came through for me was the nothing. And just that awareness of there is nothing that I'm willing to do. Well, then what are your only options? Because if you're not willing to make a change in the area of your life that's causing you the most pain, the most stress, the most heartache, the most mental anguish, then that's what needs to change. I went into the office and I resigned. I didn't even do that right. I resigned wrong, which speaks volumes for the fact that I was making that decision and it was the right one for me. I was told that I didn't do it properly, and my response was, well, I'm still doing it, so I'm feeling even worse about it now, but I stayed with it. Because I knew that I had the support, I was going to have a call the next week. I had someone to hold me accountable to, what did you do? What changes did you make? What steps did you take? And just knowing that I had that call coming up in 1 week that I would report into, that gave me all of the inspiration and the impetus that I needed to shift away from that space, out of that job, and to launch my real true purpose in this world, which is what you see me doing today. I made the choice that even though I had no idea what I was going to be doing, I was going to follow my intuition from that moment on. And that coach and that call gave me that empowerment to enable me to make that choice and to continue making those choices as I went. And what happened for me was that doors just began opening. Everyone began asking me, where are you going? What are you doing? What do you need? Even HR, even the very job that I was leaving, started to ask these questions. How can I help support you in where you're going? Questions they had never asked me before in the job, right? They instantly posted 2 jobs for the one role that I was doing within the company, and then launched it, outside of the company as well. So whatever pain, I say that because whatever pain that you're experiencing is probably because there's too much on your plate. So really take a look at what time, what day brings me the most anguish? When do I feel the most disconnected or separate from me, from who I really am and what I really want in my life? And take the next step from there. What would be a wonderful next step would be to just schedule a call with me. I'm offering you to be able to listen, to be a witness to that process, and to see if there's something that you can do that would empower you to just start, right? That 1% more into the space of where you want to go in your life. And I'm telling you, beauties, life will unfold before you like magic. Look at this. I live on a riverfront with the beautiful sky and mountains at my fingertips. I walk out of my front door to this every day. It didn't instantly happen, of course. There was a lot of things that I had to process, go through, feel, consider, let go of. But the processes, luckily, the practices of yoga and meditation, coaching, questioning my thoughts, feeling my feelings, helped me to get to where I am now. Completely content, happy with what I have, grateful, honoring of everyone in my life along my journey and the people that are in my life right now. So, what time is it for you? What time is it? Showtime. What's your showtime? What is that time when you're just like, oh, I just can't with this anymore? So just think about it. That's your challenge for today. What time is it and what day of the week do I feel the least like myself? The most stressed? Because stress and pain are not you. They are not your nature, right? Your nature is bliss. Your nature is joy. Your nature is happiness. Your nature lives within doing the things that you love to be doing all the time. Yeah, sure, there comes compromises. There are times when you have to do some things you dislike, but every day, all day long, that's total bullshit. You do not have to work this hard to get something that you don't even want or never wanted in the first place. Let's start assessing where we are in our lives and what we actually want. How close are we, and how can we bridge that space in between to get closer and closer to that pinnacle, like the Capricorn sea goat, trudging up that mountain carefully, thoughtfully, mindfully. What's going to get you from here, where you are, to here? And it's okay if you're not even here, right? If you're here and you want to get to here, all good. Even if you're up here and you want to get to all the way up there, can't even reach it yet. That space will become smaller and smaller as you reach and attain your goals, as you celebrate yourself for the progress that you've made. And I will be celebrating right along with you. So book a call with me. I'll see you on Zoom, babies.